Hello, beautiful sisters. We've heard the saying before, diamonds are a girl's best friend. And there is an enchantment, right? A sense of spell that is cast upon us when we enter a jewelry store or a space of possibility with jewels. And for thousands and maybe even millions of years, nations fought for jewels and diamonds and rubies and all these precious metals. Now, the other day, I was going to buy gifts for family members and friends, and one of the things I noticed is that as soon as I enter a jewelry store, there's a specific feeling, sensation, magnetism, and enchantment that happens. Now, in the moment I walked into the jewelry store, I was not feeling it because I was in the enchantment. Something shifted in my energy. But when I got back home and started to reflect, why did I act that way? What was the feeling? What was happening? Why did I forget my bracelet? Why did I forget where I put my jacket? Something clicked that the moment we enter these spaces of jewels and rubies and really what we consider valuable and prized possessions in this world, something enchants our consciousness. And in order to become more empowered human beings where nothing from the outside can cast the spell, I wanted to create this video to remind you how this spell is cast and how we can reclaim our power back. So stay tuned for this very important video. I've never been somebody who is really even drawn by jewels. As you can see, I wear my wedding ring and some bracelets from festivals, and that's about it. I mean, I have this one that Ihab got me when we got married, but I'm not really into fancying myself with so much jewels. But I noticed that many of the ancient queens and priestesses, you see them adorned with jewels. So there's something there. And I felt that when I was in the store. I'm looking at these diamond rings and diamond things, and I'm like drawn to them and I want them, but I'm questioning, why do I want them? And eventually we bought a few gifts, and the people in the stores tried to really push me buying a diamond ring. Now, deep inside I had this voice very clearly saying, you don't want this diamond ring. Right now you feel you want this diamond ring, but you're not going to wear this diamond ring. And I told Ihab, if ever I want jewelry, it has to be sacred jewelry, very intentional and charged jewelry. And that is the insight I had after reflection, after what happened in the store. And then I was so happy that in the moment of purchase, I said, you know what, let me just sleep on it. I don't think I want this now. And they kept pushing, you want it and your husband wants to buy it for you, and why don't you get it? I'm like, I really don't feel I want it. I feel there's just something that's driving me to say yes. So I said no, and I'll sleep on it. Of course, I slept on it, and the next morning I was like, I don't want that ring. I'm gonna wear it once or twice. I'm gonna be dazzled by the sparkle, but it's not something I want at this moment. The only thing I would want is very, very much conscious jewelry that is created with that kind of higher intention. So what I realized is the moment you walk into a jewelry store, 3 things happen which reflect our relationship to jewels, jewelry, diamonds, our girl's best friend, right? And the first thing is the promise of value. Jewels promise you value. They promise you that if you start wearing more gold and diamonds and silver and adorn yourself with that matter, with that material, then you will become more valuable. Whether that means you are wealthier or richer or just more valuable in and of yourself as a soul, there is some kind of promise of value. When I see a woman adorned with jewels, somehow I assume, I know, I feel she is valuable, she is wealthy, she has access to abundance and wealth. And what I wanted to remind us here today is that value is what you are born with. Value is your birthright. Value is your soul with the infinite value of source, of the divine, of the light, of the love. You have infinite value because you have infinite love. And no ring that you put over your finger, no bracelet that you put on your wrist, nothing you wear outside of you can charge or amplify or activate that value. The only thing it can do is play with the mental game, the promise that these objects have placed through the matrix, through the patterns that we live our reality with, to make that promise of value to you real. But it is not real. It is not real. A diamond cannot make you a more valuable woman, a more valuable being. But because of the, let's say, programs that we've downloaded, we believe that, and so then we become that. So the moment I start to wear jewels and I feel richer, I feel more wealthy, I feel more activated, then from inside I start to act that story out. But what if I can hack that? What if I could feel like the most valuable woman and human without having to buy or purchase something from the outside? So that was the first insight I had. The second insight about the promise of jewels is that they promise beauty. And if there's one thing all women desire, long for, and seek, it is this value of beauty, to become more beautiful, to become more attractive, to become more desirable, to become more radiant. And true beauty is that radiance. True beauty is not a jewel I can place on my forehead or on my ring or on my wrist or on my neck. True beauty is the radiance, the light that you can activate from the inside out. When do I feel the most beautiful? Not when I'm wearing a ring, because if I have then that day I'm gonna not feel beautiful and I'm gonna not look beautiful. If I had an amazing day filled with love and I went to the gym and I'm feeling turned on in my body, and I've went to the sauna and I've cleansed my energy field and I'm feeling so enlightened, that is the day I am the most beautiful. And for this reason, nothing I wear can make me more beautiful. In that day, if I'm feeling good, then I will probably wear something that will amplify my beauty. I will put mascara or eyeliner on to amplify the beauty of my eyes or the depth of my eyes. But beauty is not something that anybody can give to me. Not even the most precious jewel on the world. And yet we see these images, right, of queens and really noble people wearing jewels, becoming more beautiful. And again, it's a promise that society has anchored in our consciousness as women, in our being, in our minds, in our hearts, as if having this jewel will make me more beautiful. And we see these beautiful images and portraits and paintings of beautiful noble women. And again, that program is being ingrained. But I just want to remind you that no jewel can buy you beauty. Yes, you can wear jewels and feel beautiful as an extra thing, but if you're waiting for that jewel to make you feel beautiful, to amplify your beauty, to make you, to make it the deal breaker between you looking like a queen or not that day, then you are programmed in that consciousness. And today I want to start just untangling what those beliefs are, because I felt that program the moment I walked into the jewelry store. And I think it's really, really important for us to start to notice these things, just to notice them. Something happened, something played with my mind, something played with my frequency. And here I am untangling it for myself and just sharing that information with you. And hopefully that will be useful for you too. Now, the third piece of promise that I felt I was playing into the moment I walked into that store, and this whole street of jewelry stores, is the promise of power. And this made me think of the ancient kingdoms and the kings and queens and the empires fighting for gold, fighting for jewels, because the more a king or a queen had jewels, the more these were emblems. Emblems are symbols of power. So for thousands of years, humans have played this game, that if I have more jewels, more gold, more of these treasures, then I am powerful. And again, can anybody really give you your power from the outside in? The program we've been told is, yes, you are given the title, you're given the role, you're given the job that gives you power. You're given from the outside in that sense of power, almost given permission to activate the power within you. And the truth is, power is an essence, it's a feeling, it's an activation from the inside out. Now, these things from the outside, like a title or a role, sometimes remind or activate that. But what if, again, we can hack that? What if we can activate the power from the inside out? What if we can activate the sense of power, the sense of possibility, the sense of manifestation, the sense of creation, the sense of being the leader and the creator of our own worlds and our own kingdoms? Then I wouldn't have to go to a jewelry store or become a king or queen who conquers empires for power. Because power is my birthright. Power is my free will to choose to create, to be the queen of my life, my sovereignty. That is real power. And power is being stripped away in our society as we speak. If you look around what's happening in the world, power is being stripped away from us. The choice, the free will. And again, nobody can take that away and nobody can give that to us. Power is our birthright. And therefore, do I need to go to a jewelry store to feel more valuable, more abundant, to feel more beautiful and radiant, to feel more powerful and in control of my own life? And the answer that I wanted to share with you in this video is no, I do not need to go to a jewelry store or purchase anything or adorn my body with any of these jewels in order to feel those three very important human let's say, qualities, because you are born powerful and you are born beautiful and you are born the most valuable essence and quality in this whole universe, which is the human soul. We're just the soul of any being. And therefore today I wanted to remind you that even if you go and buy gifts for yourself and your loved ones, just make sure that you know and you remember that value is something you activate within. Now, this is something that I am really, really passionate about. And that's why I created the course Money Goddess, which is launching, either has been launched that you can check the link below, or will be launching very, very soon. In this course, I will be going so deeply into an initiation and activation of that true value, that true sense of creativity that we can awaken from the inside so that we can create that sense of infinite abundance, not just from the inside, but in our reality. And this is something I've lived, I've gone through, and I am manifesting more and more every day from that place. And that place is so beautiful and feminine and aligned and in harmony with nature, that it does not have to disrupt our sense of well-being, our sense of value, and all these things that the matrix plays within our mind and our heart. And so from this essence of being a more empowered human, we will be able to embody the money goddess and create the wealth, abundance, beauty, power, all the things that we long for from a place of love and truth and soul. So if this is something you're interested in, definitely click below, see if this is a program that you would like to join me and many other women from around the Arab world to remember our true essence, abundance, prosperity, and creativity. I send you so much love, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure to share it with your friends or tag your friends, comment below, and of course, subscribe to this YouTube channel. I am just on the flow. This year is going to be an amazing year of creativity. See you again next week.